To start this episode, we go all the way back. Vegetable, what does the scouter says about my power level? Oh my god, you're a fucking loser. I'm still a loser, guys. If we go all the way back, I do have a little bit of like an exercise timing checked. We're gonna reminisce of all the things that have changed in my life. I just did this, and I think I did it faster than ever before. So seamlessly than ever before. Just change my underwear and clean the rest. I clean my pants now without much effort. I get to fucking put them to dry. This is the sort of stuff I would be too lazy to do. But I responded. I noticed the failure. I have, smelled it, basically. And anytime that happens, it's, you're cooked. It's time to do what has to be done, the chores. So I've done it just now. Not sure how it's gonna work, but let's put chores in as a stat. Chores plus. Like buying things is a chore plus. Technically going to a store is a chore. And we can give ourselves like a level. I probably was like a 3. And I increased by 1 level. Let's see, 1.5. Because going to a store is constant improvement. This year, there was no horrifying drama, basically. That shit was not existent. But we can still put it like, there's some discomfort. So like a half. Even though last year was going up real hard. This is not up to max stats. This is just a change in weather, basically. But just like it came, it just like disappeared. There is a problem, though. There's something brewing anyways in the background with like the government stuff. The government is restless right now. Is preparing for a fight. I can pull my channel stats, but that's not something I care about too much. Especially when I can see it with a click of a button that everything is green. We're actually all in green in this year. But most of the stuff happens in the middle of current year. And right now I'm going through like a rough period where I don't really know what to serve people, so they would respond. But we can still, well, 90 days. 90 days is pretty big drop, actually. So it is hard to actually tell. But my Hearthstone career is going fine. At least I stabilized one part of the social stuff that I do. And I revived another channel during some drama. I pushed this, I pushed this, I pushed this just recently. I pushed this up here, push this, get to talk about Technoblade, push this up here. Like this was a eventful time. So I brought back the card game channel. My channel was still doing pretty well. And plus I revived another channel, just 1.5 points of improvement. There's a development side of things, and I'm pretty high level in terms of development. But early in the year, I improved by reviving the ray tracing engine, ray trace rendering. And that shit has potential to go very high. And now I did improve the engine to the point where I can go to a game jam. That's a simple improvement. Development is something I do for a very long time. This actually seems like quite regular stuff for like 1 year. Self-improvement does look like that early on. And yes, this is the moment you see the stats. This is the magical fucking moment. One thing that I'm not gonna talk about is sleep. I don't really understand this concept of improving your sleep quality when people talk about it, so I'm just surprised that that's a thing. Like, it should feel seamless. You shouldn't be trying to be active in the moments when you're drowsed, when you can barely fucking do things in the first place. You shouldn't be forcing anything. I don't understand improving sleep thing at all. This is not a stat. I completely dismiss sleep as a stat. I do recognize some kind of improvement. I can feel it, but I'm not sure about it. I'm not gonna be bothered, basically. Because it literally requires crazy amount of tracking and being able to compare with a previous period. Like, what are we talking about? There's probably something about skill. And I have to think about it. While we think, I'm also gonna do this. This is what I tested at episode 6, right? Now we're gonna check are we more fit or less fit? Episode 6, prepare to get fit. Right? This is a specific portion of the episode where I tested myself with 4 exercises: running patience, fist pumping. I need to double check how these things look like, I guess. Calm zone. I can't say rest, action, and rest. So the exercise part, right? I say that you act and you rest, but it's a little bit different. And that's how I calculate time. Act plus normalizing. Let's call it that. You have to normalize your breathing pattern, because while you are in the middle of exercise, you are simply accelerating your breathing. You have to bring that down and normalize. So it does not include rest. Rest is the opposite of action, but it does include the down force until you normalize. You can still breathe like faster than usual, but you know when you can start containing your breath. These rules are important because if you want to compare yourself to the timer thing that I've done, which I will do again, you need to know the rules. Let's see for how long I can run now. Oh my fucking god. It's less. Fist pumping. Running in place was the first one. Now the second one. Okay. And now normalizing. There's not a lot of oxygen in my room, so I'll need to restart. The thing is this. Alright, how does it look like? You have a left fist or right fist. You put them together and you push. Fist into each other. And do it as reps. You think you had enough? The moment you feel any difficulty doing it, it's time to stop. And calculate for how long you're going to be out of breath. Once you reach normality, you stop the timer. Those are the rules I'm using. Let's go to the holding bridge. I can only do it for 70 seconds. And I will unlikely be exhausted from holding a bridge. That one just was improved. Oh boy. We'll see what the arm bender is. This is actually the total score I gave myself. Hold the bridge, find the wall, bend backwards. You're looking this direction. Alright. Some people can do it on a fucking ground. That's something. Don't forget that exercise is not a fucking playground, and you don't need much of it to be okay. Even if I will fail this test, I am not going to be upset. Eventually, I will get old anyways. I'm supposed to reach my prime. Maybe something is wrong right now. We'll see. So hold the bridge. Let's test. Alright, time. Again, less than last time. Let's figure out the last one. Yes, I told people not to eat too much of this shit. Acidic fruits. Sweet or sour to me is a little bit in a weird category. Like, sweet is not that much away from this thing. From lemon. Or citrus fruits. Let's find out what armbender means. Like the easiest one? This one I want to do a long time. You can stay in that with them. Back and forth. Yes. Up and down. So let's say this. You stand like this. One arm goes here. Another one goes in the air. You do 2 pumps. And then, what is it? Yeah, 2 pumps for both arms in the same direction. And then you switch which arm goes up and which one goes down. So let's say this is a further arm or right arm. So you don't see the connection. This for 2 minutes. Plus, again, resting, the normalizing. I feel I can beat this one at least. There's no way I beat myself. Oh my god. Time. That's what I get. I did beat it. Once children scatter and I can do this thing in peace, I'll try round 2. I got my game jam results and they're pretty fucking shitty. This bug bullshit got fucking crazy ranks and it's so annoying. Because it's searching for like a wholesome game. Like, these rankings are not really far off from each other. I don't get to see the distribution though, which is something I want to fucking see. Alright, let's look into some game that can't possibly be rated better than mine. Toy Theater is close. Like, this rat fucking game. Alright? It's still ranked higher than mine. Like, give me a fucking break, dude. And it's just because it's more wholesome. It has audio, it has fucking artwork, right? So enjoyment also is a part of just like pulling things down because you don't have audio, you don't have the artwork. It's just gonna pull down the enjoyment too. And it's like, what the fuck is the point? They give me creativity because it cannot be pulled down. Does it explain creativity? The most creative games. Well, I'm gonna have to make a video about that shit. I'm gonna continue grinding on this. What happened to a good game? Narrative. Good game got good ratings. Okay, let's compare to mini golf. Because mini golf just literally just has artwork. And now it pulls the enjoyment up. It really shows. And enjoyment is just higher than mine, of course. Which is fucking not, bro. Do you have another good one? Nah, bro. I'm fucking better than this, bro. This is fucking cancer. Holy shit. Yeah, I found that this is the worst one. This is the worst one in terms of discrepancy. If it looks like a good game, then it's enjoyable, right? Then it's creative. And then there's fucking weird shit over here that's just like, what? I should be able to tell where my game really lands in the category of like enjoyment and creativity. Apparently it's like more creative, and I get it. I'm creative, yeah. Yeah, I know the bias of like bringing down the ratings, the star ratings, just because the other star ratings are not high is the most pathetic thing that people fall victim to. Because you can see it's like how am I not beating this guy in any fucking way? Not even enjoyment? Really? Creativity though? Where? But that's the point, like this is rigged and stupid, and the guy who runs the show doesn't even know what the fuck he's doing, which is great. You know, we'll get the cheese out of his mouth. Alright, now I should do the exercise, and now I should be like really enraged to perform. I scrolled for like an hour or 2 hours. I just scrolled to find my game, and it's like position 3000. It's like, what? Yeah, so I'm making a conclusion that if people don't have creativity as the top tier thing, they lose. They will be replaced by AI very easily. AI can just make random games, and they will be satisfied. Even this game is going to be replaced, even though it's just the word loop. But it's very simple. I have scored highest on creativity, at least within my own range. But at the same time, that's the only thing I gave to these people. But that's great. That's great. All right. Anyways, yeah, I still have to think about skill. I think I didn't change the third one. The bridge. Okay. That's what I'm thinking. About a similar score to the armbender. It did put pressure on my back. Holy crap. First time I did it, it did pressure on the arms. Now on the back. Okay. This was a hard one. I was tired for a very long time. Again, you can capitalize on being tired, but your muscles are gonna hurt. It's a very funny thing. It's like a self-balancing thing. You'll get a very similar score no matter how many times you do this. If not better. As long as you take act plus normalizing into account, not just the act. My final score is pretty shit, I imagine. Alright. I gave my all to this. We have 504. Significantly lower, by the way. It is insignificant. I can see why I would have like lost a little bit of this edge. It's like questionable. I don't think it actually reduces, but is what it is. All right, let's see. There's the AI skill. There's a skill for fucking singing, whatever, right? I recognize my skill level is pretty low. Well, I am very smart on one particular thing is the elements and personalities. I can look through domination episodes. Politics. I see. Yeah, the skill of dealing with the haters. It's a constant improvement. A lot of skills come and go for me, and they don't click into place. I'll change it too. I lost my shape, guys. I lost it. I think just buying air fryer gave me a little bit of skill, which now looks very significant. What brings exercise up is because I was training my leg this whole time. And there's no leg exercise. So a lot of my strength went into legs. Went into standing on two legs. You must understand. Stand-up setup is crazy, and it's still a lot of training right now happening. So exercise is going somewhere else. Now I understand. I'm training my lower body, not my upper body, so fine by me. Yeah, so something like humor, I'm not gonna be able to test that. Like, how am I supposed to test that? Maybe I could take like a sample? Or like a sample of how much fun I'm having or something. Alright, we can take sample from here. I can give you this. The amount of posts I made. Remains exactly the same so far. It goes to like 700 a year. Well, I gotta appreciate something. My mom improvement. Let me just make it very mild. I can say comfort, which is a pretty important one. That one, I know that it increased significantly, and I worked on many things. Must have had just like 2 points of comfort. Yeah, tune beds. I'm standing up now to a computer, which is good for my sleep. I dealt with the air fryer now. I'm uncomfortable using it. And making better foods. I'm also comfortable now dealing with apples. And most importantly, I have sensor lights. Sensor lights, you go and they light up basically when they see you. I have it across the entire apartment because they're super comfortable. I'm kind of making myself uncomfortable by not just ending the video. Because I think this is kind of it. And there's not much to talk about. Alright, let's lock in basically. See if something pops into my head. I give myself 1 hour to think. If there's more skills. Or stats, rather. These are stats to have in mind, basically. Discovery of YouTube Music Discovery tab. This thing right here. This is a big fucking deal for me. Because I need new music all the time.
Always remember that you only have a couple minutes to grab someone's attention during a jam, so make them smile, make them laugh.
Yeah, you just have 2 seconds to grab attention. I think that's it. I don't have anything else to add. But then you would ask, what the fuck have we been doing in max stats if not focusing on all these things? Maybe it's worth breaking down what's actually going on. So sleeping is not a part of max stats, we have learned this. Making sure to find things that work is essential. What about sanity boosting? It's like an esteem stat. And esteem is not something I have on the board, but I would like to have it. I just don't know how. It's like, who am I comparable to or something? Do I like feel like I have a bright future or something? See, unfortunately, my esteem is blocked by capitalism. And you must understand what's gonna happen right after. Like, I become 8 times more powerful. After capitalism is established, I become 8 times more powerful. My personality is nerfed. I was just born wrong, unfortunately. My a whole life it was meant to be miserable. Now 30 years within capitalism grasp. Like, it makes no fucking sense that I would be a strong individual as I am. Everything will be boosted 8 times, but mostly esteem. So I can't even comprehend, I cannot even compare myself to anyone. Like, you really have to notice that capitalism is 100% shutting down. This is no longer gonna work. And I will soon get this boost because I will just simply know how to use AI. And the funny thing is, AI is gonna know how to use me. I don't think Esteem completely breaks free. It is just simply not quantifiable by numbers, by ratings. That's not something you can possibly do on me. Let's just put it this way. My Esteem is maxed, and there's nothing I can do to improve it besides improving the other stats, basically, of whatever I can do. Maybe we can try and talk about, like, health, overall health. If I did had to, I would just show you this. It's not a big improvement. This is a little bit. After all the fucking horror, like, yeah, it translates to a little bit of esteem, but that's about it. First of all, I kind of stopped obsessing about card games too much. I do different things. I do puzzle, and variety gives me a little bit of health. But at the same time, I have to break up without friends. I don't like to do that. Or is it actually a healthy thing? Just kind of healthy. Definitely improving coping for myself, but it almost feels like an episode is about to happen when I say that. I am in an age where I'm noticing the experts are very easily uh, debunkable, and people who are constantly attacked are almost impossible to defeat. Or they're capable of very, very powerful moves. I mean, but that's like more of a Steam thing. Deadmau5 Drama is high esteem endeavor. Yeah, the variety kicked in when I did the Voxile. When I realized that there's already something. It's like a final goal, maybe? I'm not sure. But I've started to also make games of my own now. I'm on a roll, basically. Again, standing up to a PC is a huge deal. This is the biggest one. I do feel like I'm like finishing my routine. We're talking about mental health as well. Are you lonely or just stupid? That's a pretty big boost. Thinking about godlike and even touching godlike level. Can I tap into that? Well, appreciation beats boredom. You can GeoGuessr. Ooh. I will put that in because this matrix, the godlike matrix, is pretty crazy thing that I'm doomed to use a lot. And just this series alone should bring my esteem uh, to greater levels. There's one particular thing that gives me more health, or it so feels like right now. Like, I know how to handle my teeth, because my teeth have to get exercise the most. Potentially, I need to also increase my health of eyesight, because that's pretty low right now. But maybe I can increase that. Yeah, you have to break through the experts to be able to see that you can do it. And the journey is not over yet. We are only 60% into the year, and there's a lot of cool shit that we can still do. Or like 7/12s into the year. Okay, 7/12s tells me that I am making more posts. That's a big deal. Slightly more post is now incredibly significant. We can talk about viral moments that I was able to cook, which is two of them. Is that good enough? It's not bad, but it's not quite there. Except now, yeah, considerably 3 viral moments. 4, 5, and maybe 6. 6 in total. But then I have this and that, which also counts. They're in a similar view category. So virality of 8 times, while previous year shows 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Like, it's just enormous amount. Like, yeah, even these guys get countered instantly. So, not more. That shit's not working out. Backstats episodes potentially are getting in the way. Steam is important because you're not gonna fucking go down into dirt to fight pigs of the world. Yeah, the mastery of opening the window is important. Probably incredibly important to my health. Alright. Oh yeah, and cutting off on all this expired bullshit that's seemingly cheap but not at all. I don't think it's unusual to double my health points in the max stats series. Like, I don't even know how to add points here. Like, it only makes sense that I increase this much. I'll still consider increases to be like lesser of value than just the baseline thing, but yeah, why not? Doubled your health. Is that it? Can be lazy versus demons. Yeah, that's a big thing. To shift your focus for people who deserve your attention in the first place. I love social media because this is what turns you off and on. It's a very weird light switch mastery. Is that a thing? But no. If you are social, the funny thing is the moment people stop the chatter, most of them are tired. You get tired too. And you all go, like, there's nothing else to see. You all move on, basically, do your thing. Being on social media is this a similar kind of activity. The moment you have checked everything you want to check, you go to sleep. Simple. You wake up with social media and you go to sleep with social media. Sounds wrong. Don't be on your phone. Don't receive blue light. Ooh, the ghost light. And yet that's how we lived our lives, with by being social before we go to sleep, and the reason why we wake up is the biggest reason. So that's a pretty big revelation, if you ask me. Well, it also reminds you that it's important to keep posting. Keep posting, you bastard. Going this one nugget up in stats, I'll take it. That's a very big deal. Ooh. Must not forget that one. Capitalism destroys relationships. And maybe you must let that happen? It's still fascinating how many ways it does that. But yeah, relationship is consistency. We wouldn't have 10,000 games being printed in 4 days if people just decided to play chess. You know, the decision to do that one game destroys everything else. We collectively decided to do Minecraft. Every other game has fallen, but so many people still try to figure out how to make games anyways. My esteem is so big. Yeah. It's often important to scare other people away because losers shouldn't be scared away of someone succeeding, someone feeling good about themselves. You can attack, and I should not run away from you. That's not a problem for me. But I will always remember this being the moment when I lost a subscriber. I love it. I should go fucking ham, basically. Because when people see you smart, it's like that's not intimidating enough. But when they see you smart and full of yourself, then that's the scariest thing. Loss of force immediately, am I right? That's just how it goes. All right, now let's unpack all of these and reflect. Can I do better? What would I prefer to improve? Maybe slightly improve this. Obviously, I want somewhat a significant improvement, but I'm still not sure what it's going to be. Development is just my main priority, so it's a pretty big deal to improve that. Probably need to look into the 3D stuff and see what I can pull. If I can make games, maybe I can make some visuals shit. Maybe I can push myself into my own personal game jam. I almost got wasted on that one. But I'll still check other people's stuff. Like it's cool. I just know a very interesting thing about it. Skills, just one. Skill doesn't have to grow that fast. Mom, I unfortunately I don't care that much. Comfort, I don't care anymore. It seems good enough. Esteem could always be improved slightly. And health should continue improving. The rest of the story lays here, where I escaped the prison of capitalism to very much live a proper life. Max stats is incredibly important right now because almost all the stats are going to be boosted 8 times. Mostly self-esteem, it will matter more 8 times. Because I'm growing a specific personality that's not useful right now, but it's going to be fine soon enough. Like, we have been dunking on Sniper Wolf into iDubbbz, into Pirate Software. They all have the same personality. Funny enough. We have been dunking on the same people including Elon Musk in a way. I've been dunking on Elon Musk because he deserves it. I'm almost like scared of Elon Musk. If we don't fucking destroy that guy, it's quite dangerous. He might be next president, essentially. It's kind of weird. Alright, I think I am good with the amount of stats I've exposed. What is this? 6 and 5. 11 stats. Can I do something like a problem solving stat? Like anti-drama, basically. Because it's something you would get from social media as well. Problem solving. In the form of life hacks. Yeah, I do think it makes sense. That's a pretty important stat. Alright, that's interesting. I got +2 overall. Yeah, I almost missed that. Are there more problems to solve? I'll just say maybe. But fuck it, let's solve something big. I mean, I could talk about individual things, but it's just very personal stuff. It's not really that deep. Wait, but then social media is a skill. Then sleep, into sleep, right? Although, going into sleep, there's a different layer to it than getting out, and getting outside is very different layer. Like you wanna finish the drama. That's what is gonna pull you outside. You wanna check people's updates or whatever. But what's gonna put you to sleep is technically a movie, is technically a story of some kind. I'm just making a guesstimate of like I'm less social than I used to be. Almost like taking a toll of this thing. Maybe it's time to watch movies again. Maybe that shit's really important. Create a list of movies to watch. I can give reviews on them. Although it's a little weird. If I don't know if I can. Well, that's just for me to figure out, I guess. Yeah, surprisingly, I didn't consider movies before going to sleep, and I'm just like a fucking ghost running around trying to desperately finish this video. Although I do intend to treat this as 1 hour experience, and a pretty tough one, to be exact. Yeah, some people would have a skill or a stat called money, right? Is it a fucking stat though? I genuinely don't think it is. Just like subscriber count and view count doesn't really matter, but it can boost your social thing, right? Can make you feel like you have more friends. Money can boost skill. Money can boost a lot of things. It's like a booster. Which is why not having money can feel like you're in prison because you can get such a fucking crazy booster. If you can handle it, of course. That's why Elon Musk is so powerful. He has money. Crazy. Not that he's smart. He just was able to scam people of their money. Mr. Beast is not in the category that I want to discuss. He's not in jail. But he's boosted right now. He doesn't even have to have skill, he can just hire someone else that has skill. He knows to max out stats. He knows to do that. But he uses money to do it. So not always is Mr. Beast the one receiving the benefits. Believing in yourself. Fidgets. Bad habits, am I right? Habits. I feel like habits go in both ways. There's like the bad ones and the good ones. So you want to remove the bad ones and increase the good ones. The confrontational habit, I think, is good. I do feel like there's a little bit of stalling in my life. I don't know. Things could be moving still not fast enough. Right now, especially, I feel that it's getting in the way, even though it's a problem solving is very complicated. Now I have a tool to deal with hair, basically, hair growth. So I should remind myself that that's a good esteem boost. It technically is for me. Also, the fact that I don't need to use shampoo, I don't have to wash my hair all the time. That also gives me esteem. Like, I gotten used to it finally. I haven't taken a shower for like probably 1 month at a time I take shower. It's not the showers that I need. I'm not washing anything off of me. I need to change clothes. I need to wash things that wash me every day. So I don't consider myself having like low hygiene or something. Well, like 2.5 good habits is what I'm thinking. Yeah, this one's like hard to touch. Maybe other people have like way worse stuff to deal with. Like food cravings, addictions. I'm gonna try this one. Let's think about saving time. So like multitasking skill or stats. You need to overthink. Life is just a series of decisions. Overthinking is incredibly important, especially in this category of time saving. Most of the time, you are improvising. That's just how the life flows. But if you feel that you can improve how much time you spend on things, absolutely. You can overthink as much as you want. I could potentially make a video about appreciation alone. Like these 4 things that I just unlocked of the things that work. I mean, like, holy crap. Or like, is it copium? I'm not sure. I don't remember anymore. And now you're supposed to appreciate. I think I have a cake for that. Oh. Let's see how fast I get to it. Bait. Nope. Not that one. I guess I failed then. The biggest thing that happened is the stand-up thing. Now I can't stand for too long. I have to take breaks even from gaming. Yeah, just the stand-up setup is just like crazy OP. It used to be just bad habits to just sit on a computer for too long. Mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the fairest of them all? Am I right? We're gonna be asking this question. I've seen it one time and it shook me. Thunderfoot asked of like who's the biggest Elon Musk hater? I might have to end this episode now, due to me trying to save some time. Now, that would be pretty good, by the way. It's technically a stat. It looks like a stat like everything else. Okay, let's try another one. Ideas. Yeah, this one will work. This one's not important for the max stats because it's just something I have to do every year. Slightly improve. I can't improve by that much anymore. Alright. I think this is over. Or am I still calling nothing, bro? Because we just added a bunch of stuff. It's officially 16 stats. One thing that is hard to put down is knowledge. However, max stats is a lot about knowledge. A lot about big fucking awareness moments. And yet still, I'm not putting that down. Maybe one stat that's actually important is independence. Being able to make your own shit, which is technically development, but it's kind of different and might need a video to even become a stat. It's definitely something you can boost with money. Alright, I can take that. I feel very dependent. I feel like this is a whole different step, claiming independence and thinking about it even. Alright. I have to shut down the party. The party stats. Fuck yeah, dude. I think this will stay in my brain and come up with interesting ideas, essentially. But for now, I'm good. I'm good the way things are. Yeah. I would love a lot of independence. Independence is fucking awesome, dude. Like, I want enormous amount of independence. It's just something that's supposed to happen in the future. See you guys next time.